and he started out with Game Maker, and his buddy, and of course my buddy, um, Chris, is a big arcade enthusiast. He got really pumped when he started working on a Raspberry Pi and started building a game on a Raspberry Pi, and so he got involved and started doing the artwork. And then they were just kind of talking about it. I got really interested and asked if I could join in. And so then I purchased Game Maker and specifically Game Maker Studio. And Phil, the guy who had the Raspberry Pi, now works mainly on the hardware. Sometimes hops in on the programming, but yeah. So I hopped in on the programming, and it's been really good. I mostly do the programming now. Every once in a while, Phil will hop in and tweak something. But right now, that's fairly good because the project's still fairly small overall. Even though it looks like a lot of items here, the project's still fairly small. I mean, we only have one level done. Our goal is to get 5 levels done, so there's going to be a lot more assets by that time. Um, so yeah, I may need, definitely more help as the project progresses, depending on how fast everything is, how organized everything is. Okay, I'm looking for. I guess I thought it would be in room level 1. Let's go to attract mode, room, and see that object controller room attract mode. That's the wrong room, by the way. Controller room level 1, background, controller cloud, enemy generator. So it's either enemy generator or room level 1. I'm going to go look at room level 1 more time. Don't really see it in there. It's got to be an enemy generator. Meet mode. Oh, global.meet step, and I wonder if it's pushing everything through the script engine or the speed engine. Yep. Yep. So it's doing it every speed factor equals 1, and it 1 plus the current level divided by 10, which just increments it by a tenth of the current speed. But we want to do this. We want to look at the global.meet incrementer, which is probably set in the enemy generator, I'm guessing, or it's that, or it's the controller persistent. There it is, 15 seconds. I'm going to bring that down to 7. 7 seconds and increase speed in meet mode. Save. That's pretty cool. Working on stuff by oneself is always harder. Having good collaborators is a huge boon. Definitely, man. Like we all really like to work on kind of our passions, and this kind of all plays really nicely to all our passions. It allows us to focus on what we're good at and not have to like stray too far outside of that. So yeah, I mean, and it's really natural for all of us too, just as we work on this stuff. All right, so we're going to test this one more time. Going to test meet mode first. It should increase the level every 7 seconds. The level is indicated up in the top left of the top left corner of the screen. So it's compiling right now, but as soon as this finishes, I'll hop into meet mode real quick. Make sure it increments every 7 seconds. The level, and then I'll hop out of there, try to score a high score in story mode, then go to the initial screen. Make sure I can move the cursor forward with the fire key, and also make sure that the room proceeds to the next room after 30 seconds. So that's going to be my last several tests for the night. After I do that, I'll sign off and I'll connect with you guys the next time I stream. So if you're wondering why I sit through the screen every time it boots up, it's not because I just want to sit there and stare at it or have everyone else stare at it. It's that it only lasts for about 3 or 4 seconds, and we don't really allow the user to click out of there, so I don't have it set up right now where I can just quickly click out of it. Okay, let's get out of meet mode. I should have just reset the game from inside the game instead of recompiling. Just got a follow. Thanks a lot, man. One Arius, thanks for your follow, man. Appreciate it. The game's audio drowns out whatever it is you're trying to say. Yeah, the audio gets super loud. There's not a lot I could do to control it. Once it gets in game, I may look into that. I'll put that on my list right now.
Skycurser.
Okay, let's try this again. Story
Mission
mode.
1. Death.
Score a high score.
Go.
I'm gonna reset. Got it. One Arius. I'll try to get that.
Mission 1. Death.
Go for a high score here.
Go. Mission complete.
Okay, so that was a little bit difficult to test. Of course, while I'm developing the game, I do it on keyboard. Everything looked good in speed mode. Everything in meat mode, everything sped up every 7 seconds as we updated. The cursor did advance when I pushed the fire button. Unfortunately, the reason why it's hard to test in keyboard mode is because on the initial screen, I basically advance to the high score screen if pushing the start button. Well, on the keyboard, the fire button and the start button I have in the same position. So a little bit difficult to test. I may have to just test that a little bit later. It's not essential at this point in time. But for sure the cursor did advance, which was what the goal was. What else? I think that's mainly it. We figured out the big bug that was really bothering us today. That was the most important thing. Got past the upgrade. That was huge. That was so key. So Game Maker, in my mind, everything is working as it should. And Game Maker is glorious once again. The world makes sense through the eyes of Game Maker once again. So. But yeah, it's been really good. We've knocked out several items here. We may play a little bit with the inertia, some of the feedback that we got. Most of the feedback was remove all inertia, do not allow any acceleration or deceleration. And we just now tried to update that. And so we'll come back and revisit that in the future. But those are most of the low-hanging fruit that I could knock out. There's one or two more that I can knock out really quickly here on the next stream. After that, we're going to be doing some more code cleanup. We're still trying to clean as much as possible up before we move on to level 2. My boy Chris, signed on often as Skycurser, has been working very hard on getting the assets done for level 2, and he's getting close. So, and in the name of just kind of keeping the game moving forward, we're going to be updating that and starting to move to level 2 here very shortly. Level 2, of course, new background, new everything, and new bad guys. So, got to be able to, start working on level 2. So. If you've been tuning in, guys, thanks for joining us. If you would like to follow us and just kind of follow the progress of the game, you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on YouTube, and you can follow us on Tumblr. And those links are right below the stream in the bottom of the chat on Twitch here. And basically, we send a tweet out to Twitter every single time we're going live on Twitch. And then we also export all of our videos, all of our streams from Twitch over to YouTube. And so you can follow any of our previous episodes there. And then you can also follow our development blog, skycurser.tumblr.com. That basically has all the updates for the game in terms of graphics before I ever touch them. And of course, we have some other pics about pics of our arcade cabinet, and of course those will continue to be updated in the future. So thanks again for joining me tonight, guys. I hope to be on soon. Of course, this is our Skycurser Daily number 19, and I will see you next time.